Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara and I currently live in the Dominican Republic. Today I'm taking you with me on my trip to Barahona. To get there, we woke up at about 4 a.m. I went with my roommate and took an Uber to Caribe Tours, the bus terminal, and we took the 6:15 bus to Barahona from Santo Domingo. The bus ride was a very scenic ride and it lasted about 3 hours. However, on the way back, it took us 4 hours because we ended up going with a different company since we couldn't find a bus early enough in the morning to take us from the Airbnb to the bus terminal. Once we got to Barahona, we walked around a bit. We walked on the Malecón, which is like a path by the ocean. As you can see, there was a bit of construction which blocked the lovely view of the ocean, but we did find an area to sit down and rest until the Airbnb was available for us. Then we caught one of the local buses, which are also called guaguas, and we took it to the Airbnb. Not directly, but it dropped us off right in front of the little town where the Airbnb was located. In the bus on the way to the Airbnb, the view of the ocean was, although a bit obstructed, it was absolutely beautiful and the ocean looked the most blue I've ever seen it. And there was also a clear divide between the really blue part closer to you and the farther away dark blue part, which was also very unique looking and just beautiful to look at. Then we just had to walk a few minutes to arrive at the Airbnb, and a neighbor gave us the keys, let us in, and showed us around a bit. This is what the Airbnb looks like from the outside. Once you go inside, there are a couple of chairs in the corner, which are very commonly seen in the Dominican Republic. A lot of people have them outdoors. They like to go outside and sit down and talk with their neighbors. We also had a kitchen with a stove, a fridge, and a sink. Then outside, we had a nice little patio backyard area. And in the morning, we woke up and actually, my roommate found several mangoes that had fallen from the trees and were laying on the ground. Then we have a nice table for 4, and there are 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom in the Airbnb. And they provide towels, soap, bedding, and everything else you need. Then that afternoon, we walked about 4 minutes to get to the beach, which was very beautiful. However, we noticed it was not a sand beach. Instead of sand, there were little stones. Most of the stones were very, very smooth from being tossed about in the ocean. In different parts, the stones were a bit larger. In other parts, they were a bit finer and smaller, like sand. It was definitely a beautiful beach with a beautiful view of the mountain, as you can see. I also noticed that when the waves roll back over the stones, it makes a much different sound than when it goes back over sand. So it's a very unique sound if you can listen to that. So on day 2, we plan to go see La Cueva de la Virgen, in other words, the Cave of the Virgin. We had seen some advertisements that offered to take a tour there, but when my roommate asked them how much that would cost, it was a bit above our price range, and she had also read that you could just easily find it by following the paths yourself. So, both of us being frugal, we decided to do that. However, it was about a 40-minute walk to get to even the part where you would start hiking to see the cave. When we asked around to find an Uber or somebody to drive us, the price point was also too high for us, a bit higher than we would like. So, us being frugal and willing to get some exercise in, we decided to just hike it. All uphill, just about. So we were walking for quite a while uphill, and we just kept wondering when this would end. We'd heard there'd be signs for the cave, but we weren't seeing anything, and eventually we had no internet connection, so we just kept trudging uphill. Eventually, we met this man named Manuel, who was coming the opposite direction. He greeted us, he was very friendly, asked how we were doing, and asked where we were going. And when we said La Cueva de la Virgen, he told us that we had been going in the opposite direction. We had already passed where we were supposed to turn. He was kind enough to lead us all the way there. So we backtracked for probably about 10 minutes before we got to the place where we were supposed to turn off. And honestly, he was such a godsend because we would definitely not have found this place without him. So we followed him all the way to the entrance of the cave. He probably spent about 2 to 3 hours with us, leading us to this cave. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know what we would have done. Eventually, we finally arrived at the cave. So as you go back farther and farther into the cave, it just gets more and more incredible to look at. This part where Manuel stopped is the outside of the entrance of the cave. Once you go into the little pool, there's a ladder you can climb and go up into the main portion of the cave. And then if you go all the way back, there is a very, very cool upwards view of a waterfall cascading down the cave, and that's where all the water is coming from. Manuel eventually led us all the way back to the village where our Airbnb was, and we spent the rest of the day just relaxing. But my roommate did want to find some of the stone Larimar, which was a local stone to the Dominican Republic and especially this region. And we also found somebody to help us with that. We found a very nice lady with a puppy named Chiquito, and she took us to a man who sold my roommate some of the stone that she wanted. The next morning we woke up and then we ended up taking a different bus back to Santo Domingo. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I really had fun making it and I had an incredible time on my trip. And with that, we have come to the conclusion of today's video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!